Hey guys, and welcome to my next episode on FTB Agrarian Skies. So in today's episode, I think we're going to work on some automation. Since the last episode, I've done a lot of gravel smashing with a hammer and sifting, and check out all the cool loot I have now. Yeah, it took a little while. I semi-automated the process. Like the smashing of the gravel, I obviously had to do manually as it requires running around. But the sifting, I basically just sat here with my right mouse button down, with an inventory full of gravel while I was watching some other YouTube videos. But we're going to replace that job with an autonomous activator. So let's check out autonomous activator and see what we need to make one. Autonomous activator. Okay, so we need pistons, chests, emeralds, invar ingots, diamonds, and pneumatic servos. Pneumatic servos will need some glass. So we'll first get some fresh glass going. As you can see, I have quite a bit of emeralds and diamonds. Enough to make 3 of them. So I'm going to go get the glass smelting, see how much sand we have. Not a whole lot. How much glass do we need for this thing in total? Pistons don't need glass. So if we're going to make 3 of them, we're going to need 6 glass, and we already have enough. But I might as well get the rest of the sand cooking. Okay. So 6 glass, 6 diamonds, basically 6 of just about everything. I'm going to sleep away, because the last time I tried to stay awake during the night, I got swarmed by zombies. I'm not sure where they're spawning from, but I covered this area here with my smelter and torches just to make sure it wasn't there. Okay. Let's grab the emeralds. And we're going to use up all our diamonds, unfortunately. Okay. We want to make some invar ingots. And that's, I believe, nickel and iron. We're casting to molten invar. Okay, so we had nickel. So 2 iron to 1 nickel gives us 432 millibuckets. So that's 1 bucket there. So okay, so 1 nickel and 2 iron will give us 3 invar. So we want to put in 2 nickel and 4 iron. Okay, where's our iron? But this is double, but we'll still do, let's just make a bunch of invar. And then we need 2 nickel. Okay, and that should give us 12 invar in the end. Okay, besides that, we need pistons and chests, so go grab some wood. And just turn it to boards and make the chests first. Three. And I'm probably going to need a few chests to store the output of these processes. So let's make 5 chests. Going to need 3 pistons, which will need 3 more redstone. Just going to check the... Yeah, I'm going to turn the game music down just a tad. There we go. Okay, and we're going to need some iron for those pistons. I'll just take all that. Okay. Been pouring off invar. And oh yeah, I need some cobblestone. And like so. And while we're at it, do we have enough redstone to make the pneumatic servos? We need 3 more redstone. How are we doing? Oh, we only have 2 more. That's okay. We'll just make 2 of the autonomous activators for now, and we can make the 3rd one later. Okay, last ingredient, just thin bar now. Go on, how was it? Okay. I know there's a key you press to automatically input this. Okay, there we go. Question mark. Wow. I've never actually used this before. It does work pretty well though. And I forgot. I need to break this invar block apart before I can use it. Okay, diamonds, pneumatic servos, emerald blocks, pistons, and chests. And hopefully these autonomous activators don't require power. I don't remember them do require power, but I don't think they will. Okay, well, let's get them going. We'll set them up over here. Okay, so they face the direction you're pressing. And since it's already running, I'm guessing that means it doesn't require power. Okay, so we'll originally set 2 up to smash some gravel. So we'll have, actually I can get this guy outputting gravel, outputting stone into 1. Set it up like so. Okay, let's try that. So we want to output orange there. Okay. And this guy will be right clicking and input will be on the back. There we go. And he's putting the block down. Perfect. So now we'll have the next one smashing the block. Actually, I'm just gonna turn this dude off for a second. Okay, I'll put a redstone torch on him to do that. I mean just a regular torch. Switch. What am I saying? Okay. Okay, that should keep from putting the brick down again. Cool. Oops. Hey. I accidentally flicked the lever. Okay, we'll just throw that in there. And now we can put the other guy facing this way. Okay. And this one's going to be equipped with the hammer, and it'll be left clicks. So, when I flick this lever, this guy should put down the stone, and this one should start smashing it. And it works. Now I just have to make some way to collect the stone. I mean to collect the gravel. So we're gonna cover up this wall here. So can't pop out that side. And now it just always gets launched out the front. That's good. The next thing we want to do is put a hopper. Where do I want to put the hopper? If I put the hopper here, will it go directly into the hopper, or will it just bounce off? Well, let's see. We have everything we need to make a hopper, so we'll just make one quickly. And we'll want that attached to chest. Yeah, we'll just put chest here. See how this is going to work. Cool. It's a little glitchy. I'd prefer if the hopper was one level down, but... Oh. Yeah, so it's popping out the top occasionally. But most of it seems to go in the hopper. Cool. Well, I'm going to let this run a bit, and I'm going to convert that to dust eventually. So it's going to go, a few stacks are going to go through this process a bunch of times, and then once we have our dust, we'll go and we'll start setting up an auto sifter. We'll just remove one of these guys and make him an auto sifter, because we're going to need some more redstone before we can separate the sifting from all of this. Okay, I'll be right back when this is done. Okay guys, so I moved the setup around and I put the hopper underneath and the chest here, and it seems all you need is one slab on top and the hopper will catch everything that's produced, so you don't even need to cover up this side here. The gravel's always caught. Okay, so while we're going to wait for that to finish, let's go and test out the different hammers. So I've made an iron hammer and an invar hammer, and let's see which hammer's better, or if there is a noticeable difference. So we'll just put a line out here and then we'll break 6 again. So this is the iron hammer for reference. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the invar hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to iron. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so there isn't really much difference if there is any. The invar one might be slightly faster, but I couldn't really tell the difference myself. So we'll just use what's ever available. Okay, let's throw these hammers in here, and this guy will just rotate for using all of them. Okay, so now we can switch this to turning this gravel into sand. Maybe we're going to do this. We're going to take out this cobblestone and throw the gravel in there, and it should just switch right up. Eventually we'll set up autonomous activators for all of them. Excellent. We'll just throw this extra cobble in here. Okay, and I'll be back once that's all done too. Hey, so I've been rotating the sand, gravel, and dust through here and through the sifter, and I managed to get another redstone and build the third autonomous activator, so we can use it purely for our sifting setup, and we don't have to move these guys or interrupt them, because I like the way this is working. I don't want to interrupt it. Let's turn the input back on. There we go. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to turn that off for now. Just because I wanted to finish everything that's in its inventory first, so I can rotate things. Eventually I'll have two of these set up for every single kind of stone. But let's move this guy, and we'll put him right here. Well, we'll put the autonomous activator here, and then we can put the sifter right beside it. And this is a much simpler setup, I think. It's not how we want it. So there's an option here for this to aim level. So maybe we can get him to aim at it if it's below the block. I'm just not entirely sure where I want the hopper placed. I'd kind of like it here, or right underneath. Well, let's give this a test and see what happens. I'll just grab some gravel. Okay, let's throw it in. So where do items go? A few of them are probably gonna, well, it's kind of slow. Might be best to have 2 autonomous activators on a sifter. Okay, so they just pop out the top. So we're gonna want to put the hoppers somewhere on this level. Let's see if we can move this down and have it still working. Just make another few levers to control this. Okay, and well, we'll just let this finish. Now will this work if I put it underneath? Like so. And then we'll do aim level, low. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay, it does work. Excellent. So we'll place the hopper here and then cover up the top, and it will look similar to the other setup. Or actually we can place the hopper behind it and give ourselves some more space. Yeah, okay. Let's do it like that. There we go. And now we're just going to want to cover it up so there's only one place for items to go. Do the slabs on top. Okay, and let's see how this works. Sifting is slow. Maybe the hopper's not working because I don't have it connected to anything. So let's try to hook it up to a chest. I thought it would just collect it in its own inventory. It wasn't hooked up. That might not be the case. Okay. Where are you gonna go? Oh, that didn't even produce anything. Well, we'll just... Okay, let's drop these items off and then go back and see what it's doing. Okay. No, they're just popping out the top, unfortunately. We need some way to divert them into the hopper. What if I put a slab up there? No, it doesn't work at all. Okay, that actually went in. Maybe that block needs to be covered. Okay, it seems like it's working. We'll keep a close eye on that to make sure everything's actually going in. And now we want to go for some more diamonds, because we really want to get a whole bunch more autonomous activators going so we can have them processing both cobblestone, sand, gravel, dust through the whole chain line. And that will save us a lot of time with the next step, which is to get some thermal expansion machines going up. So I'm going to let these machines run for a bit, and I will be back when they're done. Oh, that just launched it somewhere. Anyways, see you soon. Hey guys, so we have an issue. Items are still popping out of here. The better way to do this would be to put some kind of pipe or hopper or something that could catch everything. And looking through NAI, I've noticed that you can make something called a vacuum hopper. Unfortunately, with a vacuum hopper, we're going to need ender pearls to produce it. And we really have no good way of getting them at the moment. The obsidian isn't that big of a deal because we can make pickaxes that allow us to mine it, or we can produce it in an igneous extruder. So that's not too difficult. But the ender pearls are going to give us some trouble. And I think the best way of getting ender pearls at the moment is to make a mob farm. Now, to make this mob farm, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so mobs spawn, and then they're pushed off where they spawn with pistons. And then what we want to do is we want to separate the Enderman from the regular mobs. Regular mobs we can then send off falling to their death, or set up an area where we can go and just kill them for experience, and an Enderman we want to kind of put into a separate spot. And I'm going to try to do that by utilizing the Enderman's teleportation ability. Now, because of that, Enderman can actually teleport 32 blocks. So we're going to have to build this 32 blocks away from any other block an Enderman can teleport on. And we could go and build into the void, which is kind of what I started doing here. But then I realized if we build too far away, mobs won't be spawning because they're going to be really far away from us. So instead, I'm going to build this thing just right on top of the smeltery here. So I'm going to start building up higher, which means I got to build up, I don't know, quite a few blocks into the sky, and that's going to be a little tricky without falling to my death, but I think I can do it. Maybe I'll set up a little water pool here just to be safe for a moment. Yeah, let's do that. So if we take some of these slabs and we make an area like this. Alright, I'm back on my ladders and I've had a slight change of plans. Instead of building it here and using water for protection, I'm just going to build a completely sealed chamber. This will be quite a bit safer, and I can have a permanent way up here to use. So all I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be climbing up here and building this thing as I go, like so. And then a ladder. This is going to take a while, so I'm going to do this off camera, and I think I'm going to go till I get up to about height 150 or so. So I will see you in a bit. Alright, my tower is almost done. Almost got the staircase all the way up. But in the meantime, I've actually figured out a way to do this without ender pearls, just using water, for those of you who are interested. I think I still want to use the vacuum hopper method, so I'm going to build this, but I'll show you how to do it with water. All you need to do is make a water stream flowing across the sieve and into a hopper. And it works perfectly. I haven't lost a single piece yet. To access a chest beside the hopper, because you're going to have to place some sort of brick over it, you can put a slab on the top half. This will stop the water and at the same time allow you to open the chest. So this system works very well. But anyways, I'll see you at the top of my tower in a second. Hello, and welcome to the top of the world. I got up to Y level 177, and I think this is a good place to build it. So I'm going to build it off to the side here, just above my smeltery. And first thing I need to do is build a platform out in this direction. Yeah, I'll just go straight out like so. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to put down the platforms that the mobs will spawn on. Like so. We'll just put down some torches here for a moment. Okay. And I basically want to have as much spawning room so they can fall down into an area that's as long as twice what water can flow on. And you'll see why that is in a bit. So water can flow from a source block out 7. So if I make this thing, with room for a source block, or wait, maybe a source block plus a piston to control it. Well, actually, I don't need that control up here. So we'll do, oh, okay, I gotta sleep. I have a bed over here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And that will be the spawning platform for the mobs. Okay, and we're gonna want, then, so that's 13 plus 1. Okay, plus 1 more for the side, other side. Okay. And then we're gonna want to go out this way. Couple. And then out like so. Okay, and that will allow the mobs to spawn on both sides of this thing. Alright, now let's surround this with more slabs to greatly reduce the chance that we're going to fall on to our death while working on this. And actually, one other thing I could do is maybe just put slabs even in here temporarily. So to make this work properly, we're going to need a lot of pistons. And sticky pistons would be preferable, but we have no slime balls, so we're going to have to figure out a way to do this with regular pistons. And I think it's doable. Okay, well, I'm going to build platform around here, and I will be back once this area is a little more secure. Alright, so I built up this platform, and I also went down and constructed a bunch of pistons. We are actually already getting a fair amount of redstone from this. Now, the pistons are going to go on top, so they can push these blocks out here. I'm not nearly going to have quite enough to get everything done right now, but that's okay. We can make some more in a second. So we're going to want to place the pistons, so we're pushing out like so. I think this is the best way to do it. Usually in modern Minecraft, you're not constructing these kind of things. You're just using what comes with the mods, and you forget about all these vanilla mechanics. But these things can actually work quite well if done right. Okay. Now, oh, okay. Need blocks there. Alright, and the way this is going to work is that mobs are going to spawn on these cobblestone blocks here. When they do, we're going to trigger tripwire right above these pistons, which is going to shoot a signal around the back of them and set them all off and push the mobs down so they can fall into the mob processing area. So let's put this down, and okay, I'm gonna need some more pistons, but we can begin to place the walls up on at least one of the sides. Okay, and I'm gonna try to set this thing up so we can choose between if it kills the mobs or if it leaves the mobs for us to kill, so we can gain experience. Because gaining experience would be very useful, as that will allow us to make enchantments for our armor and get some pretty powerful armor before we head out to the Nether, for instance. Okay, and I'm gonna need to build this up 2 higher and put a ceiling on it. Okay, I'm back. I've covered the ceiling and put the pistons, the rest of the pistons in where they need to go. Time to hook up the tripwires. It's actually a very good idea that I filled in this inside, because there's a very good chance I'm going to be pushing myself off accidentally when I'm hooking these up. Okay, so one there, one there, one there, and one here, and now we just need to string them up. Okay, one set. And if I go there, nothing happens, because the redstone signal needs to be transported. I'm probably not going to have quite enough redstone to wire this whole thing up right off the bat, but I think this will give you an idea of how it works. Okay, yeah, I only have 5 pieces left. That's not going to go very far. So this guy will trigger this block. And now what we need to do is transport that redstone signal over to that piston. So I think I can do something like this. Okay, can we see if well, actually we can go like this. Okay, we want to watch. Does this go off? It goes off. Cool. So that works well. Okay, and now we want to move that down a block and hit all these guys. Or maybe this will be enough. Oh, are we going to get even have enough redstone to make it to one of them? Yeah, we will. Okay. Let's see if that goes. We might need to use full blocks for it to transmit the signal to the piston. No? Okay. We are good. Only got one piston working at the moment, so we're going to have to collect a whole bunch more redstone to finish this off. Okay guys, I think it's just about ready. I present to you the Enderman Factory. Yeah, I managed to build this whole thing without falling off once, which is obvious since this is a hardcore playthrough map. My left hand's a little sore from holding down shift so long, but let me head over there and we'll go test it out. Okay. So the general idea behind this is the monsters spawn on the top, and then the pistons go off and push them down. Then they fall just over 35 floors. And that's the amount that they need to fall, so an Enderman isn't able to teleport back up. The one biggest concern I have is that when the monsters fall, they might land on these platforms. They might not go all the way down, and if that's the case, I'm just going to take some glass and fill in these areas. One layer of glass should do it, though maybe baby zombies will start to get stuck then. But yeah, let's go and give this thing a quick test, quick run through, and we'll see how it runs. Yeah, this is really high up. Alright. So another modification I had to make is these things have to be full blocks to activate the pistons. With the half slab, it will only activate the first piston. So I'll throw on the redstone. I don't think this is going to be quite enough. No, it's not going to be enough to finish it. I still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more pieces, but that can wait. We can at least give this thing a test run right now. Oh! Yeah, so that's what happens if you're not careful. You see? The second you step on the side, the pistons come out and push you down. So I'm going to disable it just for a second while I'm working in here. Yeah, I'm going to have to disable it from both ends. Or, you know, actually I don't need to disable it. I can just put some levers here and force it out. There we go. Cool. And now let's remove the torches. Okay, here goes. Oh, this actually maybe I should do the torches one at a time. If you'll see, enemies can definitely spawn in there now. So let's cover this up before we get killed and observe what happens. Okay, I'm gonna build a walkway out because I think I'm too close for them to spawn right now. So let's see what happens when I get a little farther away. Plus, this way we'll be able to observe them a lot better. Oh, there goes the first one, a creeper. And success! It works! Haha, that's good to know. Okay, it doesn't seem like they're getting stuck on the edges yet. But not a whole lot's happening at the moment. So I'm gonna have to let it run a little longer before I can be sure that that's not the case. Oh, that's interesting. The thing is on. Oh! And it came back. Someone else fall? Oh yeah, okay. That's not good. There's a zombie stuck on the thing there, so I am gonna have to fill this level to keep them from going down there. Okay, let's put some levers here. That should make it a little harder for him to spawn. And let's deactivate this thing by letting light in on the top. And we'll just sneak some torches in. Maybe another one in the middle here. And I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that zombie. Oh, I want it there. Alright, well, I'm gonna go fill out with glass, and I think this is a good place to end this video. We know that this mob farm works somewhat, at least, and yeah, hopefully when we get back we'll have an Enderman trapped. See you next video.